for joining. So Facebook has updated, and I've probably said this a couple times, but you know, I gotta do the spiel. So there's no more watch party, but what you can do so you don't miss these cooking videos, because usually the watch party, you'd get a notification, oh, your friend started a watch party, or a watch party started on blah, 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 watch party. Anyways, hit the little bell button, or it says be notified the next time Weight Loss Recipes Cookbook goes live, then you won't miss a thing. Now, I always do share this to the recipe page, because it's my sister page, because my sister started it, so it's my sister page. We're friends together, which is really fun. But then you'll be notified when we do start up, and if you're watching on YouTube later, hit the little subscribe button. It helps me, it helps you. You'll be notified. If you're watching on Instagram, I don't know if there's a little subscribe button, or if you don't follow me yet, follow me on there. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest. That is always Pinteresting on there. Facebook, YouTube, all the places. I'm even on Twitter. I'm not on there very much. I just post the replays after. All right, we are all together. I'm going to set you guys over here. It's okay. I'm just knocking things over. But let's dig in and start cooking. Hello, Elizabeth. So fun you can join me. Hello on Instagram too, and all of you watching later. Sherry, hey girl. Hey girl. So fun you're here. Well, we are going to make cheeseless, cheesy carrot fries. I know it sounds weird, but you can make cheesy fries without the cheese and without the potatoes. Carol, hello, Carol. Thank you for joining. So to make these like the best, Cindy, hello, Cindy, love you. But to make these the best carrot fries, you're going to want an air fryer. Now, an air fryer technically is the same thing as a convection oven, but since it's so small, in such a small area, that it concentrates the heat more. So you get a little bit crispier than just using a big old convection oven where it's all this room. So this does make things crispier than a convection oven. Kelly, hello, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, or as I like to call it, Friday. Megan, hi from Toronto. Janice, hi from Ottawa. Oh, we have our Canadian friends, my Canadian neighbors. I'm not that far from the Canadian border, about, 5-6 hours from the Canadian border, right above us, so not too far. So you're my Canadian neighbors. Dawn, hi, thanks for doing these. It is taking my bleed to the next level. Aw, Dawn, thank you, and thank you for watching. Yes, me too. When I started, I was lost. I'm like, what do I eat? I cannot eat plain chicken and steamed broccoli one more time. So then I started creating recipes, and then I shared them on my sister recipe page, and you guys loved them, and I'm like, my mom said, you should put it in a cookbook. I'm like, no, you're crazy. I'm gonna, me, write a cookbook? Me? I did. You guys loved it. We love it together. It's so fun having fellow foodies. And we get to lose weight together. That's the best. Christy, so happy to be here. Hello, Christy. And a shout out to Christy McCammon. She does a 60-day surrender group, which I watched her live stream. Amazing. You get so much stuff. Head over to lifeunbinged.com and look at all her things there. It is fabulous. I mean, if you want somebody to hold your hand through the whole thing, which we all need, because weight loss is a creature of its own, then yes, Christy will help you through this. She'll walk you through it, and we can make food together. It is fabulous. So head over at lifeunbinged.com. Love that name too. Mocha, hello from Massachusetts. Hello, Mocha or Marine. All right, so we're going to dig in. But again, you're going to need an air fryer, or you can roast these. They won't be as crispy, but they'll still be delicious. Did you know an air fryer has to preheat? I did not know that till I got my new one. I got my other one at a garage sale, and I just knew, I'm like, this thing is not cooking up to par, and it would only go up to $385. This one goes up to $400. So I got it. It was on sale at Walmart. I'm like, I'm getting it. I wanted it. So I did. This is an Instapot Vortex. It's just an air fryer. They make them different sizes. So we're going to preheat this. So I'm going to hit air fry. We're going to do 15 minutes, and then we'll stir it and see how it is from there. And I'm going to preheat this to 390 and just hit start. It's already heating up. Perfect. Nicole, hello, Natalie, cute shirt. Thank you. So nice of you, Nicole. So how are we going to make carrot fries cheesy without cheese, right? And I don't want to use the cheese on it because I want my protein and fat for something else, but I want cheesy fries. The key is nutritional yeast. Now I thought to myself, yeast, that's not good for you. You don't want to eat that, blah, blah, blah. But nutritional yeast is something else. I don't exactly know what it is, but I know it tastes good. And it's pretty good for you. Cindy, crispy food is awesome. Yes, yes it is. Linda, oh Linda Steele, hello from Washington State. Natalie, so happy to join the fun today. Yay Linda, thank you for joining. We love Sweet and Joyful Ball of Joy, and I'm wearing your bracelet that you gave me, the Choose Joy. It's just so pretty. Thank you, Linda. Dawn, what air fryer did you get? It's a good question. This is an Instapot Vortex. I don't remember the quartage size. I want to say it's either 6 or 8. I wanted to get a big one because I wanted to use it a lot. But yeah, so it's an Instapot or Instant Vortex. I don't really know the difference of brands, if one brand's better than another. If some of you are air fryer extraordinaires and you know more about air fryers, let me know. Maybe you have a better brand that's cheaper. This was just on sale at Walmart. I think the box was damaged. And I'm like, hey, I don't care if the box is damaged. I just want the air fryer. So, nutritional yeast. There's nutritional yeast that's fortified, and then there's nutritional yeast that's unfortified. What's the difference? Fortified, they add vitamins and minerals and some other things, which if you want to eat like the least processed, least added to, I wouldn't get that one. I got the unfortified. I got this off of Amazon. It's Lewis Labs, and I wanted a big one because I like nutritional yeast. It's yummy. It gives you a cheesy flavor, but too much of it, I heard you can get kind of like an eggy texture. Another thing that I really like about the nutritional yeast is you can like coat things, and it gives it, instead of like bread, because we don't eat bread, it gives it kind of a breading. So like you could coat chicken in it and air fry that, or even bake it. I bake things too. It just gives things a really good, I don't know, coating. So nutritional yeast, if you haven't tried it, get some. I got this off of Amazon. Oh, it's done preheating, but I'm just gonna let it keep cooking because it's the same as preheating while we put our fries together. This does have good vitamins in it also. If it's not the fortified, it also has that. But the fortified is like for vegans who aren't getting enough vitamins and proteins from meat and stuff, which I like meat and stuff, so I don't need that. So you can either line your air fryer with parchment paper when you put your stuff in, or this pan, I think I got this at the dollar store. It's just a really cheap pan, and it fits in my air fryer perfectly. You can also buy like accessories that go with your air fryer, but this will work. So what we're going to do is you're going to lightly oil this just so your stuff doesn't like totally stick to the bottom. But if you're using parchment paper, you don't have to do this. Just a nice little spritz. Now you can use fresh carrots, frozen carrots, carrots that climb on rocks. You can even like take the big carrots and chop them up smaller. But if you're like me and you just, oh, I have these baby carrots just sitting in the fridge, they're rotting, I haven't eaten them yet, I like to take like a whole bag. This is not a whole bag, it's an open one. But it's to how much you want to make. These do shrink a lot, so wait after you're done cooking them. I'm going to add just this whole bag of frozen, or they're not frozen, of just baby carrots, but frozen works also, and you can use them right from the bag of frozen. You don't have to thaw them, you don't have to do anything. We're just going to add this. This carrot's icky. I'm going to take this carrot out. But usually I'll do like a whole bag. You want a nice flat layer, because the more you stack it, the longer you're going to have to cook it, because an air fryer doesn't really get in all the places, so you got to stir it. So here we got a nice flat layer of carrots. Now let's make it the cheesy part. So we're going to add our nutritional yeast. This is what it looks like. It's like a cheesy powder, kind of like flakes. There's all different kinds. I just like this one because it didn't have Ingredients, just nutritional yeast. That's it. There's not much in it. I like to get my things with the least amount of stuff in it. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon. Now you could weigh this. It's up to half an ounce. That's a free condiment. But we're not even going to use that much. We're going to use a tablespoon. And we're just going to sprinkle. You want a good coating on these. And then if you're lining it with parchment paper, you might want to just drizzle with just a little bit of olive oil just to make sure everything sticks. Especially if you're using like frozen carrots, because those will be they'll tend to be drier than if you have like just little baked baby carrots. Linda. I was trying to say your name and I said carrots. Let's try again. Linda, carrots that climb on rocks. Natalie, most people won't get that reference, but I do. You are hysterical. It's fat kids, skinny kids, even kids with chickenpox, little armor hot dogs. That's the reference. If you haven't seen that commercial, I don't know. It's really old. 90s kid. Alright, so then we're just going to shake up our cheesy fries to get them all nice and coated. Look at that beautiful coating, and there's nothing on these. It's just cheesy. And then, always, to give it a little extra flavor, we're going to use some sea salt. My favorite is the pink Himalayan. Just a pinch or two. I like salt. And then we're going to just shake it up again. If you're using parchment paper, you can add this to a big bowl and then stir it in there. You can even add some hot sauce if you like a little kick. I've done that. That's good. That's like buffalo cheesy fries. You could even add more seasonings. My favorite is like the seasoned fry blend that I make, or I call it like my family. It's just equal parts of onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, parsley, basil, less equal parts of, what's it called? Garlic salt. Put that in there, mix it all together. That's like my favorite seasoning. I add it to all my roasted vegetables. All my family likes it. You just give a nice sprinkle, just mix it up. Linda, very old, like when I was a kid, back in the 1960s and 70s. Oh, I didn't even know that. I do like the old style shows. They're nicer, they're less drama, all the old stuff. I love it. Okay, we're going to add this to our air fryer. And again, this fits perfectly in there. Or just put some parchment paper, add your carrots. Make sure your parchment paper isn't up in this area because it will touch the heating coil and it will burn just a little bit. I've had that happen, but it didn't start on fire. So, wait. I'm going to readjust the time to 15 minutes. And then it lets me know at 7 minutes, it'll give me a little beep to turn the food. And that's good because we want to stir it because that'll give a really even roasting. You could just roast these in an oven if you want to. I would do 390 to 400 in the oven. If you have a convection oven, yes, use the convection setting. That's just going to blow air around and get it air fried. And then halfway through, just give it a stir. Do that a couple times until it's to your desired crispiness. I like my stuff pretty crispy, pretty dark brown. But that's me. Everybody's different. Some people like it just slightly on the edges brown. I'm like, I want the whole thing brown and crispy. But to each their own. Now we're going to, while that's cooking, we're going to make a chia pudding, or you can even make this an overnight oats, depending if you want to top with your grain, which I'm going to do puff kamut because that stuff is so crunchy good. Or you could add your oats to this mixture, let it sit overnight, and then you have overnight oats in the morning. You could even heat it up a little bit or just have it cold. I prefer my overnight oats cold, but that's just me. We're going to make orange creamsicle chia pudding, or you can make this in overnight oats. It's on page 104 of Cooking with Joy 2, or let's see what other volume it is. I put in here now, when I put this index together, I thought, oh, I'm going to put what the single volumes it's from, because that really helps. So 108 or 104, it is from volume 9. So if you have volume 9 or Cooking with Joy 2, we're going to make the orange creamsicle chia pudding, which is so good. We don't have a lot of, I see a lot of recipes where it's apples and bananas, you bake and cook with those a lot, but there's not much with oranges. And oranges are so yummy. They're high in vitamin C, they're really good for you, and they're just juicy and delicious. And when you put them in like a chia pudding or an oatmeal, or even muffins, I have some orange muffins, I think, in Cooking with Joy 1 and some of the earlier, I think it's volume 3. Volume 3 or volume 4, I have some orange muffins, and oh, those are so good because you get that bite of just juicy orange. I could go on and on. But we're going to dig in and start making these. So, you're going to need a bowl, or you could do like a big cup, or put it in later, because when you put it in later, it's a little bit prettier than mixing it all in there. Kelly Anderson, yum, orange. Yes, oranges are so good. You could even use like a grapefruit, or you could use little mandarin oranges, or whatever kind of little oranges you want to use. You could use the blood oranges. There's a bunch of different kinds of oranges. Linda, adding the single volume reference was totally brilliant, Natalie. Thank you for including that. Aw, thank you, Linda. Well, I thought it makes it easier for me too, because then people are like, oh, well, what volume is that in? I don't know. It's in one of them. But now I can be like, oh yeah, I know where every single recipe is. It's in that one. So it's kind of a cheat sheet. I like it. Alright, so we're going to start with adding 3 ounces banana, because that's going to add really the sweetness, and it gives it a really nice texture. And bananas, I mean, those are like the bread and butter of sugar-free, flour-free is bananas. If you don't have bananas, you're going to probably own stock in bananas by the time you're done. Alright, we're going to do 3 ounces banana, which is half of our fruit. And again, you could do less or more banana, but depending on how orange you want this to be. But I found 3 and 3 was perfect. So we're going to do 3 ounces, which is almost a full banana. Perfect. 3. Then we're going to mash this up, and I always like to take it off my scale because I don't want to hurt my baby scale. We're going to mash these up. Sweetie, hello, sweetie. Thank you for joining. Oh, I wanted to let you know, like I found this nutritional yeast online. I found many of my things on Amazon that I buy, and I find them on there. Or I find things that are pretty close to what I like on Amazon. And then I have a link, and I have like an Amazon influencer page, which just means that sometimes when you buy things through my links, sometimes the Amazon gives me a little cut of it, which is random. But it shows all my favorite cooking gadgets, like my immersion blender. I think I put the nutritional yeast on there. I have like my favorite baking ingredients and more. You can find that on my website, weightlossrecipescookbook.com, at the very bottom of the homepage. Or it's on a couple of my website pages. It's either at the very bottom or in the middle, but I know on the homepage it's at the very bottom. There'll be Find My Favorite Baking Gadgets and more. You can click on that and it'll send you to all my lists of things. And I'll put, what was I going to, oh yeah, I just got these because I like the silicone muffin liners, but they would always taste like soap. I didn't like that. So a lady I followed on Instagram, she found these non-toxic, and you can get them in regular or mini, and they're silicone muffin liners. And no soap taste, and they're dishwasher safe. It's the Silicone Kitchen. It came in this cute little bag. They're non-toxic, BPA-free. I found them on Amazon. So I'll put these. I don't have them in my little store yet on there, but I will add them. And I've really liked them. They come in nice colors. You get a lot of them, and they're really nice. My muffins came out perfectly. They popped right out. And again, none of that soapy taste. Nobody likes that. Mom! Or Maggie, it's always fun to see people's reactions when we have all the bananas in our cart and all the frozen veggies too. So, I was at Walmart this last week. We have 5 people in the house, adults. So we buy a lot of vegetables. And 3 of us do no sugar, no flour. So we eat a lot of vegetables. So we literally, this is like our weekly shopping. So we literally had like half a cart just filled with frozen veggies because we ran out in our freezer and we're like, oh, we got to get more. So we were getting them, and there was this guy in the aisle, and he kind of like looks at us, and I'm like, these are just my frozen veggies, don't look at me. So then he goes, oh, are you guys like vegan? And I kind of look at him, and I'm like, kinda. And then we kept going, and then he's like, oh, are you like vegetarian? And I'm like, kinda. I'm just a vegetabilitarian where I just eat a lot of vegetables. So then as we walked away with our cart, I'm like, we don't look weird at all as we have our giant cart. That's okay. We either buy that or a lot of bananas. You can't help it. It's worth it. Anyways, now we are going to peel and chop an orange. So that was my Walmart story of the day. But at Walmart, it doesn't really matter what you wear, because like your uniform to Walmart is usually like pajamas. I found a chicken wing, an eaten chicken wing, just one on a shelf. Just an eaten one. Like it was cooked and somebody ate it and like, oh, I'm done with this. I'll put it on the shelf. Then I found, the next time I went to Walmart, I found a piece of banana, like an eaten banana. So you could be weird at Walmart and it's totally okay. Alright, we're going to give our carrots a little stir. I'll even take them out so you can see them, but I don't think I need this. Look at them. They're starting to get nice and toasty brown. So we're going to give them just a little stir so it's an even roasting. And you especially want to stir them if I had more in here and it wasn't like a perfect flat layer, then you definitely want to give them a little stir. I'm going to put this back in. And it has 7 minutes left, so we're going to let it keep cooking. Deb, you are a no-flugitarian. I like that. I'm a no-flugitarian. Somebody asks me now, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm just a no-flugitarian. I don't eat those things. I just eat vegetables all day. 14 ounces at dinner and 6 ounces at lunch. I'm going to do that and see what they say. Okay. So we peeled our orange. We're going to save the peels because I'm going to add a little bit of orange zest to this. It's not on the recipe, but it's okay to stray from the recipe a little bit, add a little spice to life. So now we're going to cut this into small pieces. I forgot we were going to do that and I didn't grab a knife. So I'm going to grab a knife, discard all the inside bits. Another random fact I have found, because I found this out when I was peeling a grapefruit, and now I found this out with an orange. If you peel the top that has the little stem part, not the other side, if you peel it from that way, it pulls off more of this white stuff, which nobody likes to eat the pulp or the white stuff of it. It peels off more than if you peel it the other way. Random fact of the day, I found that out. Deb, do you have a pan in the air fryer, or can you just put it in the air fryer basket? I do have a pan in there just because I didn't want the nutritional yeast all in my air fryer, and then I'd have to clean it. But you could just throw it straight in the air fryer if you want to clean it. Or you can just line it with parchment paper or even tin foil. Or get a pan that fits in there. I found that pan at the dollar store. It fits in there perfectly. Christy, my daughter and I just adore you. I'm making the carrot fries. What a great idea. Aw, thank you, Christy. You are so sweet. Yes, the carrot fries are so good. You could do it with like almost any vegetable. You can air fry them. So good. And they get nice and crispy. Alright. I have a knife and a cutting board right here. We're going to cut our orange into smaller pieces. Let's see. Can you see this? I'm going to pull it back just a little bit so you can see this. So I'm going to just take my half of orange like this, and I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces. I'm not going to separate it yet because it's easier. Then you don't have to cut it again. So we're just going to cut these into slices. Oh no, my scale turned off. That's okay. We're going to add 3 ounces, and then you just kind of separate and add them to your bowl. You want 3 ounces. Ooh, this is a good orange too, nice and juicy. We're going to do 3 whole ounces, which is half of our fruit. Oh no, go away message. There we go. We don't want the butt, we just want the good parts. 2.6, almost there. And then if you have any left over, you could even freeze the leftover orange pieces. Perfect, 3 ounces. All right, I'm gonna rinse my fingers because You can't have sticky fingers when you're cooking. All right, now we're going to add 2 ounces of plain Greek yogurt. Again, my favorite is the stuff at Aldi's. I've literally bought like 8 of these at one time because, again, 5 people in one house and we all eat yogurt, and I eat yogurt like almost every day. It's one of my favorite ingredients. And my favorite is from Aldi's. It's the whole milk Greek yogurt. It's so creamy, so good. Oh, we have an Instagram comment. What air fryer do you have, and what recipe are you making? I missed that part. We are making cheeseless cheesy carrot fries, and we are making orange creamsicle chia pudding, or you could make this in overnight oats by adding your oats, or add puff kamut on top, or your favorite cereal. There's shredded wheat. You could crush that on top in the morning, or Uncle Sam's cereal, Ezekiel cereal. There's puffed rice. There's so many different kinds of grains you can put on top, or you can put your oats in there. And I have the Instant Vortex. I think it's an Instapot brand. I threw the box. It's in my basement because I like to keep the box for a little bit just in case. But it's the Instant Vortex. I have no clue what size. I think it's a 6 or 8 quart, but I got the big one. But there's tons of different kinds. We're going to do 2 ounces Greek yogurt in our orange creamsicle here, which is a 1/4 of our protein. I like to work in fourths because anything smaller than that, it can get really confusing when I break down my proteins or fats or vegetables or anything. I like to work in fourths. I don't know why, it's easier for my brain to wrap around. Now we're going to add chia seeds, and we're going to add 1/2 ounce, which is again a 1/4 of our protein. And it's more than a tablespoon, so I always weigh my chia seeds. It's like a tablespoon and just a little bit more. Now we're going to add 2 ounces of water. I have my water cooler right here, so I'm going to pour some in, and let's see if I can get 2 ounces. All right, let's see how much that is. 1.5, a little bit more. All right, let's see how that's. 1.8, a little bit more. Just another splash. All right, let's see. 1.9, close enough. Oh, and our cheeseless, cheesy carrot fries are done. Oh, and they're perfect. So you want, I'm not gonna burn myself. Look at the brown and crispiness of these. Listen to that. That's the sound it should make, and you kind of know they're done. And you can just kind of see the coating on the bottom where some of the nutritional yeast has come off, but they are perfection. I don't know, the nutritional yeast just gives it like a coating and a little extra crispiness. So we're gonna let these cool, and then I'll pick one up and like show you. They're so good. And then you weigh these after you cook them. You always weigh your vegetables after you cook them. I'm gonna set this to the side. And how easy was that? Done in like 15 minutes. That's one thing I really like about air fryers is it is quick. Linda, Gracie and I thank you, Natalie. She does love her cardboard forts from Auntie Natalie. Aw, you're welcome, Linda. And you're welcome, little Miss Gracie, with her cardboard forts. I was going to say something else, but it came out forts. That was good. That is so sweet. All right, we're going to add a pinch of salt to this. It's not in the original recipe, but when you work with fruit, you always want to add a pinch of salt. It brings out extra sweetness. And then we're going to add some lemon or orange zest because it's just going to add a little bit more orangeiness. I already washed my orange before I started, so it's not like nasty because you don't know who's touched this peel at Walmart. So I always wash, if you're going to zest something, wash it and dry it before you zest it. We're just going to zest this whole 1/2 of orange here. You could do like a tablespoon or however much orange zest. You could even skip the orange zest if you want. It just adds a little bit extra oranginess. Just a couple little zests of it. You don't want to like get the white parts of the orange. You just want the dark orange because that's where all the flavor is. So that's why I'm looking at my orange, making sure I'm not zesting the same spot too much. Perfect. Give it a little tap. Get all your little orange bits off. And make sure if you're going to like rub your hand on this, rub not with the grinder because you don't want to grind your fingers. So be very careful. All right, that is perfect. We got a little bit of orange zest, just enough. Wipe my fingers off. All right, what's next on the recipe? We're going to mix this up now. So we have our 3 ounces banana, our 3 ounces orange, 1/2 ounce of chia seeds, 2 ounces water, 2 ounces Greek yogurt. So we have half of a protein in here right now. And look at this beautiful creamy mixture. Now, if you were going to add your oats, you would add it right now. So you would add 1 ounce of oats, uncooked. It could be regular rolled oats, Scottish oats. I don't think steel cut oats would work. I don't think that they would get soft enough by time the next morning. But instant oats work also. They'll be a much softer texture, but it'll still be really yummy. I would add maybe 1 ounce more of water because the oats are going to soak up more liquid compared to just the chia seeds. So we're going to give this a little stir. So if you were adding your oats, I would add 1 more ounce water and then your ounce of oats. Or even 2 ounces water, depending on how thick or thin you want your mixture. Tammy, hi from Vermont. Didn't know you were on. What you making? Hi, Tammy. If you hit the little subscribe button or be notified the next time Weight Loss Recipes Cookbook goes live, then you'll get a notification. So thank you for joining. We are making cheeseless, cheesy carrot fries and orange creamsicle chia pudding or overnight oats. Sylvie, will you post your recipes in the Facebook group? If yes, PMs remind me which one. So grateful for having you in my journey. Oh, Sylvie, you are so sweet. Thank you. This recipe I won't be posting. I will post the cheesy air fryer carrots. That I'll do tomorrow morning. But you can find the orange creamsicle chia pudding, and I have a bunch of chia puddings. Because when I was looking at, what chia pudding should we make today? There was a bunch. It's in Cooking with Joy 2 or Volume 9. And then, sweetie, I have an Emerald's Power Air Fryer XL Deluxe by Emerald Lagasse. I love it. Ooh, that sounds like a good air fryer, too. Yeah, I mean, air fryers are the bomb. I got on the air fryer train, and I'm never getting off. I use it all the time. All right, so we have our bowl mixed. So we're going to add this. Let's add this to a pretty cup or something. Let's add this. Let's do it in this. This is pretty. I got this at a thrift store, and isn't it so pretty? We're going to add it to this. I'm going to get a little spatula just so we can get everything out. No chia pudding left behind. We're even going to swipe off the fork because, again, no food left behind. We weighed and measured this. We're getting all of it. So we're going to throw this, this will be fun, into our cup here, and we're not going to spill. Concentration. Oh yeah, we're doing good. I haven't spilled yet. The last time I made what was it? Was it a parfait or an overnight oats or something? My cup was too small. It didn't fit all in one cup. So I kind of overflowed a little bit, but that's okay because it was still delicious. I just had to put it in 2 separate cups. It was something blueberry lemon because I was in the mood for spring. All right, we got all of our orange creamsicle in there. And look at how beautiful that is. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the blank side. You could see it right there. Tina, what are you making today? Hello, Tina. We are making We're making orange creamsicle, chia pudding, or overnight oats, and then we're making cheesy, cheeseless, cheesy carrot fries. That is a tongue twister to say. Now we're going to top our overnight oats or chia pudding. We're going to top it with 2 ounces more of plain Greek yogurt. On top, I like things in layers. Layers, they just add different layers of flavor compared to just mixing it all together. So we're going to add 2 ounces right on top. Oh, 1.5, a little bit more. 1.9, tish more. Get in there. Perfect, 2 ounces. And now we're going to top with some hemp seeds for our last 1/4 of a protein, because we have 3/4 of protein in here right now. So for our last 1/4 of a protein, this is where you could have fun with it. You could do your favorite nuts or seeds. I'm going to do hemp seeds. They're just kind of fun. They're just little and they're nutty and they're really fun and they're really good for you also. You could do flaxseed if you want. That's good for you also. Or you could add your favorite nuts. Walnuts would be delicious on top, 1/2 ounce. Or you could even do peanut butter, but I don't know if peanut butter and oranges really go together. Maybe an almond butter or tahini. That might be better than doing like peanut butter. But hey, it might be good. Peanut butter, I've heard peanut butter tacos. I've heard peanut butter burgers. So you never know. Maybe peanut butter and oranges are good. We're going to do 1/2 ounce. You could even do mixed nuts, whatever kind of nuts you like. Or you could do an egg waffle on the side. That's a 1/4 of a protein. 1 egg usually cooks down to 1 ounce. You could even do some meat on the side. You could do more yogurt if you want. Whatever you want for your last 1/4 of a protein. 0.5, perfect. And you get quite a bit for 1/2 ounce of hemp seeds. And here we have, so then in the morning, since I didn't put oats in this, in the morning I'm going to top it with 1 ounce of puff kamut. So what I like to do is I'll have a plate of my puff kamut on the side, and then as I eat this, I'll just keep sprinkling some as I'm eating it, because then it doesn't get all soggy. Because you don't want to add it now, and then you're going to refrigerate this for either up to 30 minutes or overnight to let it thicken. I was trying to make the top beautiful, but I think I just made it worse. So here is our beautiful chia pudding. And here, oh, it's nice and cold now. So I won't burn myself. All right, I'll come up. Just knocking things over. Gravity still works today. Oh, thank you for joining on Instagram. Deb Kelly would do the peanut butter and orange for sure. Ooh, she might. She really likes her peanut butter. I'm more of like, I'll do 1/2 ounce, maybe. But she likes her peanut butter. I don't know if she'd like it with oranges. Maybe. So here is our beautiful orange creamsicle chia pudding. It will thicken pretty quick. You can just refrigerate this for 30 minutes to 1/2 hour to overnight. 30 minutes is 1/2 hour. I'm at 20 minutes to 1/2 hour if you're having this like in the morning, or you could even have this for lunch. Since there's no grain in it, you would add a fat and some vegetables, and then you have a beautiful chia pudding because you have all of your protein in this and all of your fruit. So you would have vegetables and a fat for lunch. You could even have this and then have a fat. Yum! What a good idea. So here are our cheesy air fryer carrots, cheeseless, cheesy. I'll lift one up for you to see. Don't dip it in the chia pudding. That would be gross. All right, let me get a good crispy one. You could even cook these longer if you want them a little bit crispier, but here, they're just perfect. They're coated. It's delicious. You could cook these till they're a little bit more crispy. These are a little bit soft, but they're nice and browned, and they're just going to be delicious. They're not going to be like super crispy, but French fries aren't super crispy either. You want them just kind of crispy on the outside, so you could cook this a little bit longer. So here we have our beautiful meal. So if I were going to have this for lunch, I would just side it with a fat, or just have this for breakfast and side with a grain, or you could put your oats in it, add an extra ounce of water. And this is our meals. So fun, and how easy and how quick. You can make vegetables in like 15 minutes. I legit take frozen vegetables, throw them in that pan, or just line my air fryer, put some nutritional yeast, some salt, maybe some seasonings, and cook it maybe 15-20 minutes, depending on how big the vegetable is, how big the florets, if I'm doing like cauliflower or something, and it cooks it perfectly. If you don't have an air fryer, I would invest in one. They're really good. So here is our meals today. How easy, how fun. And it's always so fun cooking together. You could even, to make this even prettier, you could add just a little bit of orange zest on top, another little pinch of salt if you want, because that sweet and salty is always so yummy together. And how fun was this? Oh, I just love cooking with you guys. It is so fun. Suggest, what should we make next week? It's always so fun cooking together, and I love your suggestions. Now, we won't have a cooking show the week of, what week is this? It's May. But in May, there's 1 week where we won't be having a cooking show because we're having our huge church garage sale, but I think that's 3 weeks away. So we're good. So next week, we'll be having a cooking show, and then the week after that, I think that's the week. Something like that. It's the week of the 13th, 14th, and 15th. That one, there won't be any cooking show, but that's okay. I will miss you all so much. Tammy, no-bake cookies. Yes, maybe we'll have a cookie special next week. I really like, oh, I made these cookies, and they smelled, my mom came in the room, she's like, oh my goodness, they smell like those Girl Scout Samoa cookies. So maybe we'll have to make those. They're like mango and coconut. We'll make those and some no-bake cookies. That's always fun. Yes. Paul Meany. Yes. Sherry, thank you. Great stuff. Oh, thank you, Sherry. It was so fun cooking with you today. I never want to leave. I just want to cook with you all day. It is so fun. But we have to go because then we can come back next week. I will be linking the silicone, the non-toxic. I really like these. They're a really good price, and you get a lot of them, and they're really cute. You can get mini or regular. I'll be putting those on my website in my little Amazon link, and then you can find them there, and you can find all my favorite baking gadgets or some gadgets that I found that are close to what I found at thrift stores and things like that. And sometimes you can find them for better prices if you search more. It's just the ones I found and put there. Amazon changes their prices once in a while. But yeah, you'll be able to find all that on my website, which is weightlossrecipescookbook.com. You can find this orange creamsicle recipe on my website also, and more. And follow me on TikTok. I put little fun videos. I just did one. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be posting that one, I think, tomorrow or Sunday. I'll have to see the timing, what I get time or what's going on. But I will be posting that, and then I will be posting the cheesy carrot fry recipe. That will be posted also. Janice, thank you so much. See you next Friday. Jolly, I'm sorry if I totally said your name wrong. What is your pink scale? Oh, I also have that linked in my Amazon also. All my little favorite things. Ooh, I have orange on it. This is the Escali Primo. I got this right off of Amazon. I really like it. It weighs stuff really quickly. It's really accurate. You can change it from ounces to grams. It has the tare button, and it stays on for 4 minutes. The auto shut off is for 4 minutes, so you have 4 minutes, which is really nice. So if you don't touch it, if you touch it, it restarts the 4 minutes. And it has this raised edge, so I've put giant pans, I put baking dishes on this, and it cooks. You can weigh things perfectly. You can even tilt it back, and it weighs it accurately, which is really nice. The Escali Primo. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for joining, and thank you for watching. And remember, you're only one thought away from a good day. You just change your thought, and you change your whole day. Like, you could be thinking, oh man, I can't have fries anymore. Yes, you can. You can have fries. Or, oh, I can't have a parfait anymore because I don't eat sugar and flour. Yes, you can. Just change your thought to, look what I get to have. Who needs sugar and flour when we get to have such beautiful, tasteful, flavorful meals 3 times a day and lose weight and have food freedom? Look at that. We are free from cravings, free from addiction, and just because we changed, like, we made one decision every day, all the time, which is so easy to do. You just change that one thought, you change your day. I've used it many times where I'm like, I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and then halfway through my day, I'm like, wait, why am I deciding to feel like this? I decide how I feel. So I told myself how I'm going to feel today, how I'm going to act today, and it totally changed my whole day. I was a happy person then, which is fabulous. We have the power. God gave us the power to change our thoughts and change our day. He gave us that, which is amazing. Tammy, I made your chickpea cinnamon rolls today. Woohoo, Tammy, yummo. Those are one of my favorites. Chickpeas. Maybe we'll have to make some chickpea things with our cookie extraordinaire next week. We're making cookies next week. That's what we're going to do. Linda, super excited for Cookie Day. Me too. Maybe you could do the PB&J cookies. Oh no, I lost your comment. I love those. Yes, Tammy, I made it as a big cookie instead. That is fabulous. Yeah, you don't have to roll it up. You can make it a big cookie and then top it with the fruit and then put more cookie on top, or do it however you want. That is fabulous, fabulous cooking, Tammy and Linda. Yeah, we're going to make some cookies next week. So tune in next Friday, 2:30 p.m. right here, right on Instagram, right on my website. You can find all the replays. If I had one lady ask, oh, can you make dinner recipes? Last week we made dinner, and I think the week before or the week before that we made dinner too. So I have tons of dinner recipes. You can go and find all the past episodes, and you can find all the recipes I've posted on Pinterest on my website also, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. You can find it in the video tab or the Pinterest recipe tab of my website, and you can find all past episodes. You can get so many ideas there. It is such a fun place. Yes. All right. Well, I will let you go. Let you have your fabulous afternoon, and I will see you next week, and I'll see you throughout the week. I post all the time, and I love seeing your posts and commenting with you and chatting. It is so fun. I love our community of foodies and fellow weight loss extraordinaires. It is a fabulous place to be. I love how considering and caring and everyone is. Linda, sweet! Me too, Linda, sweet. I'm so excited. All right. I could just keep going, but I will say goodbye, good afternoon, and I love you with joy, Natalie.